pleasant and hearty Caribbean greeting to everyone from all of us here in tropical Belize City, Belize. I am Bernard Wagner, Mayor of Belize City and a proud member of the Commonwealth Sustainable Cities Network. We are delighted to be exploiting the use of technology to be able to join you today and to take advantage of the opportunity to engage in today's forum. Like yesterday's panelists and those with us today, Belize City is a proud member of the Commonwealth Sustainable Cities Network and is proud of the work we've been able to achieve so far and the calls to action before us. Belize City is a densely populated, largely coastal and economically important hub. While our development potential is fascinating, our immediate, unplanned and unsustainable urbanization is disturbing. Unplanned settlements, disproportionate access to public utilities and infrastructure, disregard for zoning, centralized authority, exploitative rental markets, and a housing stock deficit are our primary concerns, all hovering around the crisis level. To make it crystal clear, unsustainable urbanization is truly an existential threat to the infrastructure, local economy, and developmental potential of our Commonwealth cities. Think about it. It is estimated that in the next 28 years alone, an additional 2.5 billion people will call our cities their home. In Belize City, we are landlocked with hardly any room for expansion, but that expansion will happen regardless. That means more informal settlements in ecologically sensitive zones. It means more stress on public finances to create humane living conditions. More stress on our finances to create the needed physical infrastructure. More competition for jobs, housing, and land. And more citizens' insecurity associated with poverty. With those concerns in mind, being a member of the Commonwealth Sustainable Cities Network is equally prudent and rewarding for Belize City. Through this network, our collective human capital is multiplied exponentially, creating an invaluable think tank for our municipalities to access innovative solutions for the challenges we face, and for us to steamroll ourselves towards our sustainable development goals, with SDG 11 being of particular priority. Through the network, we're also able to formulate solutions to some of our fundamental challenges, such as the centralization of power and decision-making, COVID-19 related economic downturn, municipal financial management, and climate change. Through the CLGF, we've been able to stimulate local economic development and have been able to advance our informed municipal planning program. These two things specifically combine to form our heel as we plant our feet in the sand to move forward stronger. Through extensive dialogue, the CSCN has articulated our shared sustainable development requirements into a profound call to action that clearly sets out the core actions to be taken to bolster our collective sustainable urbanization. The call to action involves the demand that our central governments take heed and implement policies that will create and empower the institutions and frameworks through which sustainable urbanization can be driven and managed. This involves, of course, the decentralization of power away from our central governments and the strengthened jurisdiction of our local governments to be able to action policy decisions without interference or impediment. We are the ones at the forefront. We are the ones who can deliver the solutions. This is a passionate sticking point for all of us who share this concern, and one that collectively we can garner the support to bring this to fruition. The call to action also speaks to multi-government and cross-border information sharing and cooperation to utilize our resources, capacities, and best practices for the common good of our Commonwealth Sustainable Cities Network. And finally, the call to action speaks to to the development of a practical action plan that will propel our sustainable development goals. Through this action plan, our commitment will evolve into action, and our actions will germinate into a beautiful, resilient, inclusive, smart, and healthy network of Commonwealth cities. So, even when we feel bogged down by seemingly insurmountable developmental challenges, when we look within, we see hope. Our digital babies today are the MIS, planning, and smart cities administrators tomorrow. When we look across from us, we see helping hands. While individual troubles may exist in our municipalities, we know our Commonwealth Smart Cities Network has a proud tradition of exactly that, Commonwealth, making us stronger when we work together. And by being empowered by hope and help, we can look way ahead and beyond, seeing smarter, healthier, stronger, more organized and prosperous municipalities across the Commonwealth. And as dazzling as those promising lights may be, we see the two hands before each of us, and we will put them to work, for the destiny of our cities and our people depend on them. Thank you, and I look forward to the continued fruitfulness of these discussions.